Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here. Back again with another video for you guys, and this one is going to be going into my collection of hats. Now, for people who know me, they know that I have a huge collection, pretty big collection of hats. I have 81 hats in my collection, and I've been just getting in a ton of hats recently, and I really wanted to share with you guys all of the hats I have in my collection. So I thought this would be a little bit different video for you guys. I know I posted the room tour and you guys like that, so I definitely wanted to show off this collection to you guys, and there definitely will be some TV related stuff towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to show you guys all of the hats in my collection, and I'm going to be going through all the different sports. I'm going to be starting off with the NBA, which is my biggest collection. Then I'm going to be moving into the MLB, then the NFL, then the NHL, then other sports-related hats, and then finally non-sports related hats to cap the video off. But yeah, I got my Pistons shirt on for you guys, so we're going to start off with the Detroit Pistons from the NBA section. Now, being from Michigan, of course, I support the Detroit teams other than one. We'll get to in another sport that I don't support. But yeah, so first here we have the Pistons teal and red. I actually got this at Lids for around 20 bucks in person. And of course it has the great logo that they used with the horse in around the late 90s. Everyone loves those teal jerseys, so I had to get one like that. It's got the NBA draft on it. Mitchell and Ness hat. Love this logo. Next here we have the Detroit Bad Boys. Of course, if you're from Michigan and you like the Pistons, you got to get a Bad Boys hat. I actually got this hat at the Pistons store at one of their games. So, of course, I rock this all the time. It's a nice black hat that you can wear with pretty much anything. Nothing else on the side or the back, but just love the Detroit Bad Boys. Next here I have this Pistons hat, which I got on vacation somewhere. I believe it was actually in Canada where I got this hat. And of course it's got the stitched on old school Pistons logo, which they're kind of using nowadays. And this hat definitely has a lot of colors to it. Yeah, blue brim with the white, and it's like really soft material here with the mesh trucker style in the back. This was one of my go-to hats all the time outside, so I really like this one. And finally, for my Detroit Pistons collection here, I actually got this hat at a garage sale for around 10 bucks. And it's definitely one that's going to be special because it is a championship hat. So here we have the 2004 NBA champions Detroit Pistons hat with the great logo there. 2004 champions, the last time they won a championship. I believe this is a Reebok brand hat, definitely an older brand. You got the Larry O'Brien trophy, just a Velcro back with the NBA champions and the NBA finals. So I loved this Pistons hat. Definitely represents how the team used to be in their winning ways. Maybe we can get back there someday. But yeah, now I'm just going to be showing you guys the rest of the hats in my collection, starting from the NBA and moving on to the MLB, the NFL, and the NHL. So next year I have the Indiana Pacers, just an all yellow hat with the logo man in black and white on the back. I really like the Pacers. Next up here I have the Toronto Raptors with the old school Raptors logo that everyone loves getting on jerseys, and I had to get this logo. I'm not really the biggest fan of their newer logo, so I definitely had to get this one. Next year I have one of my newest pickups in the Washington Wizards, just classic Wizards logo. Got this on sale at Fanatics for like $8 or $9. If you guys are looking for a lot of great deals on hats, Fanatics has a lot of great deals for a lot of different teams. They always have sales. If you hit it at the right time, you can get them for really cheap. I know that there's a lot of nicer hats out there. I'm definitely more of the simplistic look. I want just nice, clean logos. I'm not looking for anything too crazy. Definitely just like the simple style. I don't really like hats of teams where it's not their actual team colors. You'll see that throughout the video that most of my hats are representative of the team's colors that they wear. But yeah, this is a Mitchell & Ness branded hat, nothing else on the side, just a classic Wizards logo. I definitely prefer their older logo to this one, but still. Next here I have the Philadelphia 76ers. I got this hat at Lids. Just a classic blue, red, and white. This is another one. It's, I believe, my only other mesh style hat along with that Pistons one. Definitely different, so I had to pick it up. Sixers, good colorway, nice, and I like it. Next year, another one that I got on the flash sale with the Wizards hat, I have the Pelicans. Just a standard Pelicans logo here. Another Mitchell & Ness. All my hats pretty much, except for my older ones, are either Mitchell & Ness or New Era. Those are my two favorite brands of hats, of course. And just a nice, simple look. I can wear this out with anything. Next up here, we have the Chicago Bulls. Now, if you're a big NBA hat collector, you got to have a Bulls hat in your collection. This is just a nice, red on red with the black brim. It's an Adidas style hat with the logo man on the back. But the one thing I really like about this hat that makes it different from most is what's under the brim. Boom, we have the bull under the brim as well, which I really like. It's a nice touch. I got this at a Lids online for about 15 bucks at the time. I thought it was really clean, really nice. So yeah. Next here we have one of my go-to hats. I wear this hat probably almost as much as any hat that I have. It's probably in my top 3 for most hats that I wear, or the hat that I wear the most going out, and that is going to be my Los Angeles Lakers hat. I love the big Lakers logo across the top of the hat, and then just the purple and the yellow. Also, I have, I actually got this hat while in California, so I actually have LeBron James's kind of signature here on the side. I got that added on. Looking back now, I definitely would have gotten Kobe if I would have known what would have happened, but this was the summer, I went in the summer that LeBron James signed with the Lakers in the offseason, so it was a really big deal at the time, and I was really happy when I got this. This was one of the hats I got in California. I got 2 other ones that I'll show you later on in this video, but yeah, I really think this is nice. It's a Mitchell & Ness NBA logo on the side, and I wear this hat all the time. I have a Lakers shirt that goes perfect with this. Next here, another one that I got in California. Actually, I just realized that I actually have 2 more after this, so bear with me on that. But Golden State Warriors. Of course, a lot of people weren't liking the Warriors there when they were a pretty stacked team, but now that they're back to somewhat of a normal team, they're still doing really well. Really glad I got this in California. I got this, I believe, when I was down in Chinatown. They had some stores down there, and I picked up the Golden State Warriors. Just a nice, solid blue and yellow. I really like this hat. My next one here from California that I got along with that Lakers hat at the same time was the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I just think this is such a unique look. I love the Timberwolf kind of half on, half off the hat. It's kind of like a bigger logo, and I definitely prefer this logo to the newer logo. Again, I'm a kid who grew up in the 2000s, so I love 2000s logos, so had to get the Minnesota Timberwolves. Speaking of 2000s logos, I actually saw this hat on Fanatics, and I was up at like 3 or 4 in the morning just looking on their website, and I saw this hat and it said it was almost gone, so I bought it. It was really cheap. It was only like 13 or 14 bucks, and I refreshed the page after a couple minutes, and it was already gone off the site. And I really like this hat. Another one with the classic 2000s logo in the Phoenix Suns. One of my newest hats that I have. I love this logo. It really gives me Steve Nash vibes. And I also really like how they added this side patch here. 2021 NBA Finals, of course. And it's a new era hat with the logo man, white logo man on the back. And I love this logo look, so I had to pick it up, and I was really grateful that I was able to get it when I did. But lastly here, from the hats from California, this hat really stuck out with me. I got this, it was a buy two get one free sale at a Lids in San Francisco. I was out there for vacationing, and I had to get the Seattle Supersonics. Now, I usually like just getting the logo, not really the lettering across, but I just really liked how the Seattle popped on this hat. I really like the colors. Of course, the green with the logos kind of on the side of the hat. These are like the logos they use towards the end of their run. I definitely want to get a hat, though, of the 90s logo. I'll put it up right there. But yeah, Mitchell & Ness hat, and I really dig this Seattle Supersonics hat. Hopefully they can get a team if the NBA starts expanding out past 30 teams. Next here, following the Suns, we have the Bucks. Now, the Bucks, this is actually a gift I got from my friend Nick, and I love this hat. I love it's a little bit unique with the green and the black coming out from kind of under the buck, and the buck really stands out on here. Nice black brim, and I like the green in the back with the logo man. It's a new era hat. I was definitely rocking this hat a lot when the Bucks won the championship. So yeah, this is another one that's a go-to hat for me. From what you guys have seen from this video, you guys know I like to travel a lot and get hats when I travel. So another one, when I was down in Houston at a Rockets game, I had to pick up this Houston Rockets hat, the old school 90s logo. If you guys don't know, Hakeem Olajuwon is like one of my dad's favorite players all time. He became one of my favorite players. So I love this old school Rockets look with the 90s logo when they were winning championships. The red and the yellow really pops on this nice Mitchell & Ness hat with the NBA logo on the side. And yeah, I love just telling people the stories that where I get my hats at, and I have a pretty solid collection here. It's nothing flashy or anything, but just something memorable and something that I can bring up to a lot of people. What's something that a lot of people don't know about you, or one of your close friends know, that I collect a lot of hats. Next year I have one of my newest hats, and that is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Saw this hat for around 12 bucks. I got it on Fanatics, and of course the Thunder with the OKC, nice navy look. Mitchell & Ness hat. Been wanting to get a Thunder hat for a while now. Of course, my ultimate goal is for me to collect every team from the NBA, MLB, NFL, and NHL. So all of the 4 major sports, collecting every team. I feel like that's a nice goal of mine, to just get one hat that represents every team. I'm not someone who likes buying, multiple hats, unless of course it's from my hometown team. I usually just like buying one logo from one team and wearing that, representing that team. So OKC Thunder, had to get them. I know they're not doing so well now, but they were one of my favorite franchises back when they had KD on the team. Next here, another one of my favorite teams that I really liked growing up, with D Wade, and they're still really good now, the Miami Heat. Just a classic Heat logo here with the black and red. got this on sale again on Fanatics for around 15 bucks. Mitchell & Ness hat, just a nice clean Miami logo. I definitely want to get the Miami Vice. I didn't pick that up when it was coming out, and I definitely want to look at it and get it, because I really like the Miami Vice style. So when I do a collection update, which will be when I collect all of the 4 major sports, when I get every hat from at least one team, I will come back again with another collection video for you guys, updating you, and hopefully I'll have that Miami Vice hat as well. Next here I have the Orlando Magic, just a nice solid Magic logo. I definitely prefer their logo from the 90s and the early 2000s. I definitely might upgrade this hat, but I still really like this. The black and blue is really nice on it. I can remember I got this on a lid sale online, and just really like the Magic colors. I think they're really nice and really stand out on the hat. Here we're going to begin into some Cleveland Cavaliers. First here I have a hat that I got for $5 on Fanatics. This nice Cleveland logo, of course. Not really the biggest on the C logo, but that's kind of what Cleveland's rocking with right now. But I really love this hat because of the side patch. The 2016 NBA Finals patch. Probably the greatest finals that I ever saw live. Just such a memorable season, such a memorable moment with the New Era flag and Cleveland in the back. For only $5 getting this hat. I also don't have a ton of gray in my collection, so this was a really nice one to pick up. Next year, moving back into Cleveland, again with the C, I got this for around $8 or $9 on Fanatics. But the reason I really like this hat is because it really reminds me of the jerseys that they were wearing. I'm going to put a picture up here. And yeah, of course, Cleveland was wearing the jerseys that matched with this hat when they were in the finals, and just such a memorable moment. So I had to pick up this hat for that. And lastly here from my Cleveland hats, I know I said I only like collecting one team, but just so cheap with these hats. I actually got this hat for $2 on Fanatics. $2. It is the 2017 NBA Finals Cavaliers with the black, the gold, and the white. I think that really stands out with the NBA logo, man, on the back. Of course, I'm not really big on championship hats, other than, of course, my hometown team ones. And, of course, they didn't win the finals this year, but for $2, and it's just a really nice colorway that I really liked, I just had to pick it up for that cheap. Next year, I have another hat that I got while vacationing. Another trend here in the video. When I was in Massachusetts, in Boston, I got the Boston Celtics hat. I have another Boston hat that I'll show you guys later on that I was kind of using as a Celtics hat until I found this later on in the trip. I wore this hat all the time. I love the Celtics. Kind of ironic. I love my Lakers and my Celtics, but it's got the NBA Hardwood Classics logo on the side. But another one with the unique brim underneath. Boom. Says Celtics under the brim. I really love that a lot. I think it really stands out. You know, you don't really see hats like that with a lot of stuff under the brim. So I really like it. Just a nice, clean Celtics look. Next here, I have the Dallas Mavericks. I'm a big Dirk Nowitzki fan, and I really like Luka Doncic as well. Another one that I got on Fanatics. With that Heat hat, it was packaged in for around $15 for both of them. So $30. And of course, it's got the nice Dallas Mavericks logo that they're rocking with nowadays. But for some reason, I've really been wanting to get this logo hat of the Dallas Mavericks. Something about that M just really pops out to me with the cowboy hat on the side. So that's definitely one that I'm looking at getting But I really like this Maverick logo that they're using nowadays, and just a clean, simple hat. Like I said, I like my hats clean and simple. Next here, I have another one that I've recently gotten in a package. Got this on Fanatics. Boom. The San Antonio Spurs, the big logo. Of course, this is iconic Spurs. Another one that I might be picking up, the older 90s logo for the Spurs. I really like that colorway as well. But San Antonio Spurs, just a classic team. Like I said, I needed more gray in my collection. I think the black and gray is great on it. Probably like my best black and gray hat. Another Mitchell and Ness. And yeah. So we're getting down to the end here for the NBA hats. And so next here we have the All-Star Game hats. Now, I had to pick these up when I saw that they were packaged together. So, of course, I had to get both of them. Can't go without the East with the West, and the West without the East. So, boom. I got these. These are the 2004 NBA All-Star Game. I used to wear these all the time. Mitchell and Ness. Just iconic All-Star Game. Of course, that was the year that the Pistons won the championship, so I love 2004 season, and I really like how these are just combined together. You got to have one. If you got to get one, you got to get the other one. Just really nice. I used to wear these hats all the time. But lastly here for my NBA or basketball collection is going to be just a hat. I actually don't know where I got this from. I probably had it for years, but it still fits me. Just a basketball hat. Of course, I love basketball. Another type of hat that I've been looking at getting is just the logo mans from all four sports, just to represent, you know, that I'm a hockey fan or that I'm a basketball fan. But I can always wear this out if I'm just feeling neutral. The red and the black with the basketball. It's really nice. I've had this for a while and kind of represents my NBA collection. So yeah, that is all of my hats in the NBA portion of my collection. But now I'm going to be moving into the MLB. All right, starting back here with the MLB. And of course, like I started with the Pistons on my last one, I have to do the Tigers with this one. Of course, I'm a big Tigers fan. Probably my favorite team of the four major Detroit teams. Just the one I've had the most memories with growing up. I used to always go and watch Tiger games when I got home from school, or watch them at night. And going to a ton of games. I've definitely been to more Tigers games than anything else. So I got to have a nice Tigers collection for when I go. So first here, a hat that was given to me by my buddy Nick. Just the gray and black Detroit Tigers hat, new era hat. And it's one of my only ones I have in the collection that is a strap back hat with the buckle. Definitely different and unique. Definitely one you're not going to see now a lot of days, or you're definitely not going to see a lot nowadays, is this Tigers hat. Next year I have another similar one with a lot of writing and the logo kind of smaller on the hat. And that is another one from my buddy Nick that he gave to me. The 2011 MLB Playoffs Tigers hat. Definitely a cool one. It's got the postseason patch on here on the side. I definitely like it a lot. Tigers just always great in those postseason runs in the early 2000s. Wish we could have won a World Series, but we're looking great now, so hopefully we can get back to the top. Next year, I have a hat that actually my buddy Tim used to wear all the time, and I think he just kind of gave it to me pretty much. It is going to be this Tigers hat. It's got like a metallic sort of material here. It's a 47 brand hat. Definitely an older one that's been worn out, but still great for the Tigers collection. Next year I have another classic Tigers hat here. This is definitely just like an older Tigers hat that we got probably at like just a regular convenience store. I'm not really the biggest fan of really curved brims, but I can definitely still wear them. So I don't have a lot of orange in my collection, which you'll see later on. I really don't have a lot of orange. This is like the only orange hat I have. So if I need something to wear that's orange, I have this hat. And next here, another older Tigers one. I got a white and blue sort of Tigers one with the Old English D and the tiger right here on the brim. Another one that's sort of curved, but another one with just the Velcro on the back. Just another old school look. If you want to go a little bit old school or older look, you can definitely wear these out. Lastly here, my favorite hat of the Tigers collection that I have. This was one that I used to wear all the time back in middle school days. Is going to be this orange Tigers hat with the orange English D, navy, and the orange. Another one that definitely is more blue, but can go with a lot of orange. I really like this hat. Just a lot of memories with this one. Wore it out all the time. Wore it at Tigers games all the time. So yeah, really like this hat. All right, next here we're going to be getting into a lot of my Little League hats. Now, first off, before I do that, I have this Oakland Ace hat. I got this at a thrift store for pretty cheap, like under $5. Just a nice, clean Oakland A's. Definitely needed this one as an upgrade because of this Oakland A's hat. Now, this one, it actually still fits me, barely. I don't even know how. This was actually, I know it's really beat up, but just a lot of memories with this one. I actually got this. This is my T-ball hat. I played for the A's in T-ball, and it's really beat up, but I really like keeping it for memories. If I want to wear an Oakland A's hat out, I'm always wearing the fresher one that I just showed, but I just really like keeping this one in the collection for the memories that it has to me playing Little League Baseball. Now next year, I'm going to be getting into all of the hats I got from Little League. There's quite a bit of them, like 5 or 6 that I used to have from playing Little League ball. We used to play with the actual teams in the MLB. We usually had around 6 teams, and I played for a decent amount of teams. I played until I was around 12, I believe, Little League Baseball. So, yeah. First here we have the Colorado Rockies. Now, of course, I don't really wear these hats out a lot. Maybe just in the house or out, just going out to a friend's house. These are ones I definitely need to upgrade moving forward, but I really like keeping these as nostalgic points in my collection. So I have the Colorado Rockies. I have the Philadelphia Phillies. This was actually one that my buddy Nick actually got when he played Little League and gave to me. The Toronto Blue Jays. I really like this logo. I know they got the newer logo. I actually prefer this older logo. I like this J a little bit more. Yeah, so Toronto. Now, for the last little bit of my Little League, I used to play for the Dodgers. I played for them for 2 years straight at the end of my Little League career. So I gave one to my buddy Nick, and I kept this one. Dodgers. Now this was one I actually got at a thrift store. It's definitely one I can tell that was from the Little Leagues because they had this Team MLB here, and that is the San Francisco Giants. Definitely one that's a little bit harder to fit on me. Yeah, the Oakland A's one from T-ball can fit better than this one. I have to put this one pretty much all the way back to get it to fit, but I was definitely wearing this a lot this year with the Giants, you know, having a great season. And yeah, definitely like this one. I got this at a thrift store again for like under $5. Next year, New York Yankees, another team that I played with. But I had to get an upgrade on this hat, and one of my favorite hats in the collection will be this Yankees hat. Boom. One of the newest pickups I got. I actually just recently got this off eBay. I love this Yankees hat. I love the NY in the middle. It's kind of got a combination of this patch. I love this Yankees logo. It's like one of my favorite ones that they've had. Of course, the NY, so iconic. But I really like here how it's got a combination of that logo, and it also kind of looks like a baseball. Just the white and red, it looks like a baseball was stitched in there. I just really like that look. A new era hat, MLB Batterman on the back. Just one of my favorites. I haven't gotten a chance to wear it much out yet, but I really like it. Now, following up the New York Yankees, let's show the Boston Red Sox. Got this hat for Christmas one year. It's a fitted hat. One thing about me is I'm definitely more of a snapback guy, because fitted hats, I'm kind of in between two different sizes. 7 5/8 is a little bit big on me, while 7 1/2 is a little bit tight. These are 7 1/2. I've tried to stretch these out. This one's definitely a lot more stretched out than my other one that I had that's 7 1/2. But I love the classic Boston B with the navy throughout the rest of the hat. Just a clean, solid look. Next here, I have the other hat that I got for Christmas, and that was the Washington Nationals. I got these hats around, I would say 2014, 2015, back when they were Red Sox and Nationals were both great. And I was definitely wearing this hat out a lot when they won the World Series back in 2019. Next here, I have another hat that I got on vacation. It is going to be my Boston Red Sox hat from the 2013 Alcs Championship. Now, of course, I was doing a lot of shopping while in Massachusetts. I got that Celtics hat, like I mentioned, and now the Boston hat, and I really like the American League and the National League both on the hat as well. But I actually don't really know why I bought this, because the Tigers, of course, got knocked out by the Red Sox that year, and yeah, Boston. But I just really like this hat. I really like the style from it. Of course, it's got the 2013 World Series patch back there with the logo, man, and it is a one size fits all, so you can stretch it. Yeah. Next here, moving back again to some of the older hats. This again was given to you by my buddy Nick, and it's the Minnesota Twins with the old school M on here. Of course, when I'm in the mood for these types of hats, I really like it. Of course, the tan, and is a Velcro back. Definitely like the old school vintage look. So yeah, the Twins. Now, you guys have heard my travel stories already, but got another one for you. So while I was in New York at Cooperstown, I got a Mike Trout shirt. Mike Trout is my favorite athlete of all time, and I really needed an Angels hat to match the shirt. So I got this Angels hat, but they didn't have this Angels hat. I got this later on Amazon, but I definitely wasn't as big of a fan of this logo with the A, but two things that really sold me on the hat was this side patch with the Angels and the California State, and then also the Angels back here. I definitely have grown more to like this logo. Still not the biggest fan of it, but I've definitely grown to appreciate it more. And yeah, got that while I was in Cooperstown. And then, of course, this Angels hat I got on Amazon. I really like the red on red. Just the classic Angels look that they've been rocking for a while now. So yeah. So you guys know I have been starting out with Detroit teams like I did with the NBA and the MLB collection. So gotta start out here with the Lions. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there's one Detroit team that I do not support, and that is going to be the Detroit Lions. Just not a fan of their losing franchise and losing culture. Just haven't been a fan of them. I actually root for them to lose most weeks. I still really like these hats though. My buddy Nick gave them to me, and definitely need to wear them out more, in Michigan. But the Lions are just a Detroit team I can't get behind. They just Just such a bad culture there, and just haven't been a fan for a while now. I've always gravitated towards other teams. So yeah. But the team that I do really like and that I root for all the time is going to be the Chargers here. I got this hat around Christmas last year, and I really like this hat. It's definitely my favorite Chargers look with this blue and the yellow bolt. I just really like it classic. Nothing really else on the hat other than the new era flag. But I love this Chargers look. It's definitely my favorite look that they've had. One reason why I'm a Chargers fan is I was a big fan of Phillip Rivers back in the day playing the Madden games. And even though Phillip Rivers is retired from the team, I still really like their team with Justin Herbert at quarterback now. I think I'm always going to be a Chargers fan. I also just really like their colors on their team. That was another thing that really gravitated me towards their team. So yeah, Chargers. Now though, I have another Chargers hat. This is one that I was given at Christmas by my buddy Nick. I really like this one. It still has the great classic blue with the Chargers written in the Old English language. And I also really like how they added the logo back here as well, so that's still there. Definitely a nice look and definitely something different and unique. Moving back in here to my California trip, of course I mentioned all those NBA hats that I bought, and I kind of went a little crazy, but you know, you gotta spend on vacation. And two hats that I got were the 49ers. I have the red 49ers and the black 49ers. I think I like the red 49ers more, but I definitely wear the black one out more. It's just easier to match with things. The black hat is a Velcro back, and the red one is a snapback. I definitely prefer snapback to the Velcro back. So that is definitely one of the reasons why I think I like the red more than the black, but still very nice. Again, I have those memories that I got these hats while on vacation in California. Next here, I have another hat from Fanatics that I got for around $10 on sale, and it is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles with kind of the Philadelphia flag or motto on here. And I also really like the back. It's got the 100 years of the NFL logo back here. New era hat. I'm going to be collecting all of the teams from each league, so I had to get myself an Eagles hat, and I really just like the green. Very nice. Next here I have my Cleveland Browns hat. I actually found this hat while cleaning in my house, and don't know where it came from, but it's got the Browns patch and it's brown. Definitely wish it had some more orange in it, because I think that definitely would have made the hat, you know, pop out more, but still a nice hat with the NFL logo on the back. Next year I have the Green Bay Packers. I have some family out in Wisconsin, so this hat definitely means a lot to me. You know, being a Packers fan. Definitely think I like the Chargers more, but if I had to pick a second team, it would be the Packers. I also want to get a hat, a one with the big G, green, yellow. But yeah, got the Packers. Nice. Now for these last hats, I actually got these hats on eBay. Now eBay, of course, be a little sketchy, but always look for sellers with really high feedback. And I actually had a mess up with the guy who was selling me this stuff, but he was so great and such a easy person to contact with problems. But yeah, let me get into it. So first here I have this Oakland Raiders hat. Now, like I said earlier, I really like hats that are just, you know, simplistic and follow the team's colorway. But I saw this purple hat, and it really gave me some Purple Rain sort of vibes. I really like the brim here with the purple. It's really nice. Next here I have, you know, one of the better teams in the league, the Los Angeles Rams. And I know when this logo came out, people were really hating on it and didn't like it. I was the same, but I've definitely grown to like it and appreciate it more. Of course, being from Michigan, a lot of people really like the Rams. Not Stafford's there. But hopefully it is a Rams versus Chargers Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is in LA this year, so I think that'd be awesome. And yeah, so the LA Rams really like the logo on the brim with the NFL logo on the back, New Era hat. Very nice. Now next here I have a Jacksonville Jaguars hat. I got this for $9 on Fanatics. Really good deal, I feel like. Just a very classic, simplistic look with the New Era flag. And yeah. But speaking about the Jaguars, I mentioned earlier that I had a hat kind of mess up, and this is the one. So I got this Jaguars hat for free pretty much, because when I bought it off of eBay, the seller accidentally threw this hat in instead of this Panthers hat, and he said just keep this one for free and I'll send you in the other one. So I was able to get this one basically for free, which was amazing. And then here I have the Panthers hat. I actually gave my other Panthers hat. I had another Panthers hat, but it didn't fit me, so I was able to give it away to someone who was able to fit, so that was awesome. But I had to get another Panthers hat, and I really like this, you know, the blue with the nice brim logo, and yeah. Next, we're going to be moving on to my NHL hat. So, of course, I had to start off with the Red Wings again. Red Wings are a great team, and this is definitely the hat that I wear out the most. It's got the, you know, the red with the Red Wings, the NHL patch, and the Red Wings with the white snapback. Just a very nice, clean Red Wings look. Next here I have another Red Wings hat. It's a fitted hat, which I mentioned earlier, I'm not the biggest on, but this hat fits me really well. The red with the classic Wings logo. Just a very nice hat, another red on red. Now this Red Wings hat's a little bit different. It's got the Detroit there with the Red Wings logo on the side, and then it's kind of in gray outlined over here. It's an Adidas hat, and I really like this metallic NHL logo. I think it's really nice. Next here I have definitely my more beat up hats, and that is going to be the Detroit Red Wings with the Red Wings logo in the middle, black brim. So definitely if I need to wear more of a black hat with the Red Wings, I can wear this one. All of these hats from the Red Wings pretty much came from my buddy Nick that I mentioned earlier in the video. He either sold them to me for really cheap or gave them to me, so I have to thank him a lot for a lot of these Red Wings hats. But finally here, if I really want to get a black Red Wings hat, I'm going to wear this one. This is the Red Wings Stanley Cup Champions Red Wings 1997 patch on the side. Really nice. I really like this brim as well. It's a very nice material. Yeah. Next here we have another one of my favorite teams, the San Jose Sharks. Now I mentioned earlier that the Chargers were the team that I support for the NFL, and San Jose, I really do like the Red Wings, but the Sharks are another one of my favorite teams. I think I actually might like them a little bit more than the Red Wings, or on the same level. That same buddy Nick, who I've been talking about, me and him used to play the NHL games all the time, and whenever he and me would want to play, he would always want to do and pick the Red Wings. So I definitely didn't want to pick the same team as him, and I wanted to go with something different. So I always picked the San Jose Sharks. Just something about that. I've always really liked Sharks. I like their logo with the teal. And Joe Thornton's my favorite hockey player of all time. Just so many memories growing up with playing some of the NHL games. And yeah, that's why I've been a Sharks fan. But yeah, I actually have a friend also who I know who is also a huge Sharks fan, so it's great that I have someone else in Michigan who's a Sharks fan with me. So yeah, I really like this hat. I really like the colors as well. Next here, I got these next two hats on Fanatics they were both around $10. They've both been selling on Fanatics, and as first one is going to be the New York Rangers. Of course, the classic red and blue and white. Definitely a good hat to wear on 4th of July. Just a really nice look. I like the brim, and it's also got that metallic NHL logo like the other Red Wings hat had. I really like that. And finally, the last NHL hat in my collection is going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not really a big fan of Crosby, but I do really like some of their older players like Lemieux and Yager. But I also really like their logo. I like the logo. I like the yellow and the black. Of course, another one with the metallic logo. And yeah, I really like this one. So now I'm going to be moving into my sports-related hats. So first here, these are going to be sports-related hats that weren't in the NBA, MLB, NFL, or NHL. These are mainly going to be college, and then one other sport here. First here we have Michigan State, of course. It's a buckle-style back. If you're from Michigan, you got to have either Michigan State or Michigan, which I have both. I have a Michigan hat as well. I'm not someone who's like, I like State and I like Michigan. I'm not someone who really likes one and despises the other. So I got one from both. This is a Velcro back. So nice. And then my uncle actually was down in Florida, and he found this and gave this to me, which is really nice. It is a Florida Gators hat. Now, my favorite college athlete of all time is Tim Tebow. I just remember him at Florida, and he was just so magnificent and so great at what he did. It was definitely the first one I could remember growing up. It was just so great to see. Of course, the NFL career didn't pan out so well, but just such a great college player, and that is really one of the reasons why I like the Florida Gators. But finally here, I have one of the hats that I've been wearing a lot recently, and that is going to be my All Elite Wrestling hat. I am in full support of the All Elite Wrestling Company. I really like what they've been doing. I always grew up on wrestling growing up, and AEW is definitely bringing my passion back for wrestling. I don't watch the WWE anymore, but I definitely do want to get a WWE hat with the old WWE logo back in the Ruthless Aggression era. That's the era that I remember growing up watching. But yeah, I really like All Elite Wrestling. I wear this hat all the time when I'm watching the show. I have a tier list here on the channel with my bro, Devin. So you guys should definitely check that out if you're fans of AEW. And yeah, I definitely wear this hat out a lot. And I definitely would have worn it in the video if I had it, but he has the hat as well. So All Elite Wrestling. But now we're going to be moving into the non-sports related hats, and it's going to be my last part of the collection. So first up here for the non-sports related hats, we have this San Antonio hat. I got this hat, I think it was actually at a gas station. They had a whole bunch of hats just in a big pile when I was on vacation somewhere. I believe it was in Massachusetts. But I was wearing this as a Spurs hat for a while until I got that Spurs hat that I showed you guys. It's got the San Antonio in black and gray. Just a very simplistic hat. Next here, I got this hat from my cousin's wife's dad. So it's going to be F8, Fast 8. I'm definitely not really a big watcher of the Fast and the Furious franchise, but I do like Vin Diesel, The Rock, and now John Cena's in it. And of course, Dom Toretto family. So I definitely will wear this hat though if I, go out to another Fast and the Furious movie, or if I just, watching movies at home, put this on. Definitely a movie sort of hat, but yeah, F8. Next here, like I mentioned earlier, I have tons of hats from my trip to California, and here's another one that I have. Definitely had to get it because I went there, and that is going to be my Alcatraz hat, property of Alcatraz, the Alcatraz on the back. Of course, this is a prison that was in San Francisco. I traveled there. It's on an island, and just very memorable to get something that I can take back and remember. I was in California when I got this hat, and I just really like it. Alcatraz was very cool, and you should definitely go and tour it if you have the chance. Next here, this is definitely a older hat, and I definitely had to get this hat. I believe I got this hat at Walmart. But for people who know, I'm definitely not a big fan of the shooter game. It's definitely not a genre that I play a lot, but one that I had amazing memories with back in the day with my friend Tim. We used to play the multiplayer all the time on the game, and it was definitely easily my favorite shooting game of all time, and probably always will be, and that is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I just remember seeing this hat in the store. I was like, oh, I love Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I gotta get this hat. And I haven't worn it a lot recently, but I definitely need to, because Black Ops 2 is amazing. Such a great game. So many great memories growing up with the game. So yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Next here, I have the hat that I mentioned earlier when I was talking about like a mix of the Celtics hat and the Red Sox, and it is going to be this Boston hat. I saw this hat first, and I kind of was wearing it as a Celtics hat until I found that Celtics hat in Massachusetts. It's got the Boston here on the side with the B and the shamrock here. It's a Velcro back. So yeah, I definitely don't wear this hat as much now that I have a Celtics and a Red Sox hat, but I kind of like how it's like a combination of both. It's got the B for Boston with the Red Sox, and it's got the shamrock representing the Celtics. I think it's really nice. But I did mention earlier in the video that I was going to bring TV back into the video, TV related, and I have a great hoodie that matches this hat. It is going to be my Breaking Bad hat. I got this off of Amazon. Of course, the iconic BR and BA logo from Breaking Bad. So great. Just a very iconic classic hat, and I love wearing it with my hoodie. So yeah, Breaking Bad. Now, the final hat in the video to show you guys. Now, I have been dabbling a little bit into the custom hats. This is going to be a buckleback hat, and like I mentioned earlier, I love Breaking Bad. You can see the poster in the background there, and I had to get this hat, custom made. It's a one-of-a-kind hat, and it's going to be the Heal Reasonably. I love this hat. I love how it turned out. You know, it's just kind of put on there. It's not like embroidered or anything. It's just kind of slabbed on there. But I think it turned out really well. I definitely want to get some more custom hats made. Me and my friends who watch Breaking Bad, we love Huel. Huel's amazing. Huel's a legend. And if anyone comes up to me and says, "You happy?" Reasonably. So I love this hat. I probably won't wear this hat too much out in public, but I just think it's so cool, and it's definitely an inside joke with me and my friends. I love this scene. He was a legend. But yeah, that's going to be my hat collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I definitely have a decent collection here, and I hopefully can grow it. And in a couple years, I'm hoping to collect all of these sports from the NBA, MLB, NFL, and NHL, having at least one hat from different team, so I can show you guys and have an updated collection video. But that probably won't be again for a couple years. But I really like the collection. I always really like seeing people's collections, whether it's, you know, a DVD collection or a book collection. I just really think the art of collection has kind of been faded out with this new generation, and I really like collecting and seeing other people's collections. And I would really like to see what you guys have. Comment below some of your favorite hats, or something that you collect that you feel really passionate about. I always like seeing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely something different for my audience here. But if you guys really like hats and you really like sports, and of course I incorporate some TV there at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.